Yeah. Seven figure nigga.
Yo, what's up? My name Roxe Karvell, aka T Drop. I'm from Miami, Florida, 305. Um, I'm an artist, producer, and songwriter. Also, I engineer as well, do a little mixing and everything. Um, I've been in the industry for a while. I started doing music back when I was a teenager. Growing up in Florida, uh, I was in a group with my two brothers, and we had an R&B group, rap group, dance group. If you know Miami, then you know how it was. Down south. You do. It's a lot of music out there in Miami. A lot of talent in Miami, but of course we get overlooked a lot. You know what I'm saying, because we're from the bottom of the map. So it wasn't as easy as a lot of people think. Trying to get in the game. Because we didn't have a lot of companies out there, a lot of record deals and things like that. So we had to kind of like create our own lane, and that was with the music. That was also with our writing and stuff as well. Our rehearsals and everything. We kind of like created a style for ourselves. So we kind of started getting recognized in Miami a lot for our music, and that it was a good journey. And then growing up too as well. I always had a passion for not only music and making tracks and stuff like that, but I also had a passion for filming and editing, acting, all that stuff like that. So, I was trying to get my foot wet in, in a little bit of all of that. So, when I was in high school, middle school, doing music, when I came out of school, I decided to get more involved into like my film production and shooting movies and stuff. And, I worked alongside a lot of big Hollywood directors and producers and stuff. People that came out there in Miami. Shout out to my boy Ice Cube, who actually came out to Miami to shoot All About the Benjamins, and I had the pleasures of working with him as well. And that really inspired me a lot. Just doing that, that made me want to get more deeper and more serious into it. Um, how can I say? Filming and editing and stuff like that, it's a hard job. It's not easy at all. But, it's something that I love and something I feel, I always wanted to do. And on the music side, making beats and everything, I self-taught myself how to play the piano. I self-taught myself how to play the guitar, working the beat machines and being in the studio. Shout out to my boy Claudius Baker, who took me in when I was a teenager. And, instead of just throwing me out there on the beat machines and on the keyboards, he gave me books. And he had me reading books and everything. Sometimes I remember going to the studio and he'll say, look, before you turn on the equipment, I need you to make sure that you know everything about it. I need to make sure that you understand the language of what you're about to work with. So he'll give me the book and I'll read and study the equipment for like, until I finished the book. And then once I was done, I was able to turn the equipment on and mess around with it. And it was a whole lot of fun. And once I started making tracks, I started then reaching out to other artists and stuff in Miami, letting them know I had some beats and things like that. And I was able to get some music over to Trick Daddy, some music on Trina, Flow Rider, Briscoe, all the 305 guys at the time, what I'm saying, that was coming out. Um, and it, it was a learning experience because I learned a lot from those guys too as well. When it came to like the lyrical flow, when it came to the delivery and things like that. And also had the pleasures of working with the R&B artist they had out there named Jay Shan. And it's funny because Jay Shan and I actually had started a group at one point too, an R&B group, and we were singing together and went out and did a few shows and things like that. You know, and yeah, it was a good experience. And so now, that I'm I wouldn't say older, but now that I'm growing up, I'm starting to I'm starting to focus more on just like the filming and production, writing some movies and stuff now, and filming a couple movies and things. So I traveled to Atlanta and to shoot my first movie. And this movie I think is gonna be something real good I teamed up with my boy Maserati over at Naughty Gods, Entertainment, and we putting some big things together. So y'all make sure y'all stick around and see where we going at with it. Um, you know, I also music wise, I did a solo album, and released it online and released it on, I had a single on the radio, video, and stuff like that. And it was called Throw Them Checks. And it got a lot of recognition in the industry and a lot of recognition throughout the radio. And, they stand behind me. My boy DJ Epps in Miami was one of the first guys to break the song. And that I really, really want to thank him for that as well. You know, but like I said again, we out here doing some movies and commercials, and we filming a lot of great things, and it is what it is right now. So y'all just stick around, and y'all gonna see a lot of great things coming from me. Like I said again, I'm Roxe Karvell, and y'all make sure y'all stick around, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good movement.